Hello, and welcome to my live video call tonight on YouTube, on Facebook, and Periscope. We welcome you to this live call, and today we are going to be discussing about the reason why you should be a blessing and how to learn how to be a blessing so that you can influence other people, whether it be business or whether it be in your own family. Because when it comes down to it, in a world that is really built on the destruction of other people, they want to curse other people, they want to degrade other people, then uh, when you talk about blessing, about being a blessing, about healing, then it really then becomes a new thing for them because people have never really heard about what it means to be a blessing and what it means to share blessing with other people. So what we are going to do is that we are going to discuss that very thing, and I believe that you will get great benefit from it. So again, you go to my website at chadallan.net, CHADALLAN.net, and you can read more about this particular blog that I have there, this blog post, and you can read all about it from there as well. And you can also go to so if you go, you can also get my freebie at chadallan.net slash freebie, FREEBIE, and it's all there for you to enjoy. So I hope that you will go there and check it out. So just give me 1 minute because I'm working on something really quick, and as soon as I do this, I will uh, almost there. Okay, so now let's get started. Since I have that done, okay. So, what does it mean to be a blessing, and what does it mean to be a curse to other people when you discuss things with them? I had a post earlier today on my business page. That's at Team Chad Allen. If you're wanting to become a follower on the Facebook page, you can definitely go there as well. And on that particular image, you see a Jewish man, a father, uh, laying hands on his daughter, and it says, "Learn to bless one another and be the light you were called to be." So why is this such a prevalent thing with certain cultures like the Jewish culture or with some Christian cultures, where they really take the opportunity to bless their children? And you will find that with this blessing, when they bless, they empower their children or their spouse, whoever it is that they are blessing. They empower them to become more than who they are. So today's health tip is really to learn how to be a blessing and learn how to bless others, because when you're able to do that, then it creates a whole new level of good health for you and for your family. And statistics have shown that when you bless your children, when you lay hands and you bless them, impart gifts to them, those kind of things, like whatever their gifts are, and you empower them even more. Uh, Statistics have shown that your children or those who you've done that with have much greater success in life than if they were not to do that. So, and this is something I learned a long time ago from for myself, and it has helped me and my family. And because there's so many benefits to being that blessing, and I will go into that more a little bit later. So, but first, what I would like to do is I would like to talk about the curse side of it. So, what happens when you become a person who curses. When I say curse, I'm not saying bad words, although it can encompass that. But when someone, whether they know it or not, the particular actions that they do, the particular words that they say, can indeed cause great damage to a person's identity. So when we talk about curse, we are talking about the destruction of a person's identity. Because whenever you tell someone that they are no good, or where you tell someone that they are are stupid or whatever, you are basically attacking their identity as a person. And so there comes a time when you're trying to attack the and trying to correct the behavior, but because of the words that you have chosen and how you're saying certain things, are no longer attacking and trying to correct that particular behavior. Instead, what you're doing is you are destroying their identity as a person, and that is why you see a lot of dysfunctional families sometimes, is because there tends to be more of an attack on a person's identity than just the behavior itself, because the behavior is just behavior. Especially if you're a small child, that behavior can become less prevalent as they grow older if you correct that type of behavior. But if you attack the behavior while at the same time you are attacking their identity, then that is where a lot of the issues start to happen. And then they start to get more involved with the drugs and the alcohol, with premarital sex. I mean, all those things that begins to happen because you have basically the words that were chosen has made them feel like that they are worthless, because that's what cursing does. When someone is cursing somebody and you're attacking their identity, you are telling them that they are worthless and not worth your time. So they don't deserve your time. They don't deserve this or that. And so that's so basically that's what happens. So what did I mean? So what if I were I want and put yourself in with your children, or when you were a child and when you were with your parents or uncle, or whatever, whoever it was, okay? And put yourself in here. So what if I were to tell my daughter, that she was stupid? I said, you know what, you're so stupid. Or I would say, you know what, you're no good. Every time I try to tell you to do this, you don't do it, and it just makes me so angry that you don't do it. I sometimes I think that you're quite stupid. I think you're quite dumb. And then what if you're really annoying. Every time you come up here, I'm like, all you do is pull this, and I get so annoyed with you. I'm really annoyed. Just get away from me. I ain't got time. I want to be on my computer. I want to be on this, and stop. Bothering me. Or what if I were to tell her, say, hey, I'm just kind of giving and throwing out nicknames, right? And I was like, hey, come here, you little bitch. Or I say, hey, come here, you numbnut. Or hey, come here, goofball, or whatever. It's when I start saying these types of things to, if I were to say if I were to say these things to my daughter, what am I telling? What is my daughter believing that she is? She's believing that she's stupid. She's believing that she's a numbnut. She's believing that she's a bitch. She's believing that she's annoying. She's believing that she's stupid. She's believing that she's no good. She's believing that she is whatever I say that she is, because I projected that identity to her. And being as a father, if I were to project that kind of identity to her, she starts believing that, and then as she grows older, it affects her ability to be able to be more successful in life, to be able to go after the things that she really wants to. Because as soon as something happens, as soon as difficulty happens for her, what happens? She will say, I'm just no good for this. I'm too stupid to get this. I'm I'm too annoying. If I do this, I'm just going to annoy the person. Or if I do this, they may think I'm a bitch. Or if I'm a numbnut. I can't believe I just did that. That kind of thing. And they start thinking that stuff in their mind because why? When they were younger and even into the teenage years or whatever years, their father or and their mother or whoever told them that they were stupid, that they were no good, that they were annoying, and all this other crazy stuff, and then that created their identity and and who they are, their self worth. So, if you want to have a greater health for your family, you need to learn how to you need to learn how to bless your children, bless your spouse, bless your friends and your family. If you want to have a greater relationship with them, so that they will become more than who they are. And I'm really big on this actually because I really believe in it, and I don't believe that you should be, especially like if you were to work with me in my business, you know, if I were to tell my people that what, you guys are just dumb. I can't. I don't understand why you don't get this. Why you can't get it. If I were to project that kind of identity to my team, that's who they become. That's who they become. So why would I say or try to make it more difficult for them if I want them to get to the next level in their business, or if I want my daughter to become the next Miss Universe, how am I going to project that kind of identity to them? So I share with them. I say, hey, you are beautiful. You are Miss Universe. Hey, you are a international diamond. Hey, you are a top rated earner in my group. Hey, you are this, you are that. So you project whatever you're wanting your that identity to be, and that's what you need to do. Does it happen right away? Like they start having the success right away? No, but what it does do is it empowers them to become more. So when we talk about blessing, okay, so we talked about the cursing, and we discussed how saying these bad things and how we're projecting this type of identity, this type of cursing, that we are cursing their identity and making them feel and have the self worth of worthlessness, right? Because they feel worthless. This is why people are having uh, depression. This is why people are having loneliness and stuff like that. It's because they have a lack of good self worth, and because they've always been told that they are this or that, no good or whatever, right? The opposite side, because these are the people that will become not great successes in life, because unless they can break through it, right? No, there are opportunities where they can break through that. So, so what about then the blessing side of it? So blessing in of itself is projecting a positive influence on those around you, but it's also being able to impart gifts of blessing, especially to your children, by passing along certain gifts. So, for example, you notice that your child wants to be a great singer, right? So he's like, I always wanted to sing, but his voice or her voice may not be quite there yet. But that he has a pretty good voice, but he needs a little bit of training, right? So, but they really want to sing. They really want to be a good singer, or they really want to do ballerina, or they really want to do a sport that really want to be good at. They want to be top notch at, right? They have had this dream of going to the NFL or singing in front of a big crowd. So what do you do when you notice that particular gift in that child? What do? You are going to impart that blessing. So I bless you with this. You are a mighty singer. You are a singer of, if they're gospel, you're a singer of the gospel who will impact millions, and you are one who has an angelic and beautiful voice. I bless you with an angelic and beautiful voice in the name of Jesus. Amen. Right? So these gifts are being imparted to them. And then so how would that person, how would the child take it, especially if it's from a father or the mother? Like, wow, no, my parents believe in me. I am this, I am that, and I could do so much. I am a great singer. I am beautiful. I am I am the best NFL player ever. Yeah, they might be 5 years old, but they're already projecting their self worth, right? So they're building and building and building, and they become stronger, and they have that backing, right, and that support that's behind them. And so that blessing, what happens is it starts becoming reality for them. So this is like when you're giving a blessing, it's basically, if you kind of think of the five love languages, right? So you're having the meaningful touch, you're doing the affirming words that, especially words that are going to express value to the person. It's going to uh project a future for them and that kind of thing. So these are like, a lot of times they call it the Isaac blessing or the Jacob blessing, when he's blessing his kids and whatnot. So these are things that you can do as a person. And you look back when we're talking about blessing, and you're looking at the Jewish people and how successful they really are in life. Then you really you begin to study who they are and how what they do. They are blessing their children and each other from the time they are in the womb up to death. So so as a person, you really should learn the art of blessing and how to bless other people, especially if it has to do with uh, whatever it is, whether it has to do with healing or whether it has to do with uh, getting a new job, or starting a hobby that they really love, or maybe they're having a child. You really start to bless, and so it becomes a natural thing for you, and a very natural thing for you. So why is blessing? Uh, and I think we've already pretty much discussed this already. So why is blessing a so important? Well, it's going to create a unique bondness between you and your family. It's going to create. It's going to eliminate that loneliness, that unwantedness, it's going to help alleviate uh, some of the depression that somebody might be having. It's going to create healing for somebody, especially if there's a lot of hurt within them. Uh, like I said, the healing doesn't happen right away, but at least if they begin to get stronger and get more confident in themselves, then that hurt that they have been feeling, that feeling of self worthlessness, will begin to be alleviated and replaced with worthiness and with happiness. And so they become more and more uh, and become stronger as a people. So I really recommend a book, and you can go to my website at chatallen.net. Um, the web the actual web address for this particular article is at chadallen.net, CHADALLAN.net slash healthy dash tip dash learn dash to dash bless. And that will take you directly to the blog article. Or you could just go to chadallen.net and then hit blog, and then it's going to be at the moment, it's as of this live video, it's the very first article there. So in that article, I have a link to the book that I'm about to share, and I really suggest that you read it, especially if you want to learn more about being a blessing. And I believe that you will find great value out of it. Anyway, the book is called The Blessing. There you go. By Gary Smalley and John Trent. So you can get that book there. This is the old version of the book. They do have a new version out, but from all the reviews that I've read, the older one is definitely the better one. So and this would really goes in great detail of the different levels of blessing, and it's from the viewpoint of the Bible. So if you're a Christian, you would really find great value out of this, and I think you would really get benefit from this particular book, and I really highly recommend it. So anyway, I thank you for being on the live video call tonight with me. And if you found great value out of this, please share it with your friends and family. And if you comment, I will definitely comment back. And if you're watching on replay, you can still comment and I'll still say hi. And also, don't forget you can check out my freebies there at chadallen.net, chadallen.net/5-reasons, REASONS, and that will take you to my why you should own a home-based business. That's the freebie I have there. Or you could do chadallen.net/freebie, and that talks about immune messengers and why immune messengers are so important to your immune health. So I thank you for being on the video call tonight with me, and I hope you have a blessed Monday. I will be back on Wednesday for Weight Loss Wednesday, and also on Friday at the exact same time. And I will see you then. You take care. Bye bye.